I have said this before and I will say it again. Single women love to keep other women single.
Single women keep women single. Yes, and whenever I hear a man say that, I genuinely, it's horrifying to me. It's horrifying because I'm like, okay, you're saying, oh, you shouldn't talk to any of your friends because they're gonna tell you not to be with me. Yeah, because you're a fucking shitty boyfriend or husband or a shitty man. Period. Gossip is so important, especially for women. Okay? And it's like when when I was dating my ex, he literally told me, he was like, well, maybe you shouldn't like listen to your friends. Why? Why wouldn't I listen? Maybe you shouldn't listen to your sister who either one hates women or two, you're not telling her everything. You know what I mean? It's a manipulation tactic. If a man ever says single women keep women single or some shit because your friends are telling you that your man is a piece of shit, your friends are right, and you should run far and fast. Don't ever look back either. Please. Please, God. Please. I am begging.
Those who are single shouldn't be offering dating advice, and if they do, it shouldn't be followed. Period. Only take advice from people with real, long-term success in relationships.
You know that saying, single women keep women single? I thought it was pure BS until now, but the more that I look at it closely, all the way from the bad influence to wanting to go out too much or appear too available too often, that's speaking a little different to me now, because I'm talking to one of my homegirls and, she's going through a rough time, and I told her, I challenge you to look at who you're surrounding yourself with. Are these women married? Are they in long-term relationships that are moving towards marriage? If they're not, that's a good indicator as to what you look like to the public eye and where you may be going and why you keep ending up in these matches that don't end well. Now, this is not a judgment. It's just an observation. If you want to be married, get you some married friends. Get you some people who are in long-term relationships. Now, don't go get you married men friends. Get you some female friends who can relate to you and empathize with your situation, because bad company will corrupt those good morals.
Single women are keeping your woman single, and this is for men who feel like their wife or girlfriend is heavily influenced by their friends. Stop trusting her single friends. They don't necessarily want her happy. They want her available for them. Single women keep women single because they live in an ecosystem of emotional chaos, no accountability, and temporary coping. They hype each other up, validate each other's delusion, and cheer for every decision that avoids responsibility. They want support, not truth. They want comfort, never clarity. They want a circle where nobody grows, so nobody gets left behind. When a woman is surrounded by single women, she absorbs their mindset naturally. She picks up their insecurity. She picks up their resentment towards other men. And she picks up their trauma-driven logic. And she starts acting like them. Not like a woman who is in a committed relationship, but like a woman preparing to exit one. Her friends will never tell her, you overreacted, you were disrespectful towards him, you hurt him, you need to apologize, you need to fix this. They're not going to say that. Instead, they're going to tell her, you did nothing wrong. Oh, he's too sensitive. He should just accept you the way that you are. You should be able to do whatever you want. Girl, go do you. You deserve more. This is the poison that keeps women single, because women will protect each other's feelings before they will protect their relationship. Meanwhile, you, as a man, sit there waiting for an ounce of accountability, but her friends already convinced her that she doesn't owe you any. So here's the truth. If a woman doesn't have mature, committed, feminine women around her, and she lives in a circle of single, bitter, chaotic friends, bye, run. Your relationship is going to suffer. Not because of you, not because of the marriage, but because she is taking advice from people who can't even keep a relationship themselves. A woman becomes who she surrounds herself with. And if she surrounds herself with single women, she becomes one of them. If you want a healthy relationship, make sure she's surrounding herself with women who have the same life that she says that she wants, not the women who secretly want her to join them in loneliness.
If someone is surrounded by chaotic, bitter, or unaccountable influences, they adopt that mindset, not one of commitment. It's a factor in breakups, too. Sometimes the friends didn't want you around.
The reason why you don't hear about healthy relationships anymore is because of the fact that those of us in healthy relationships ain't got shit to say to y'all. Because anytime we tell you what we do for our husband or what our husband does for us, y'all look for any reason to try to come up with some type of excuse or some type of narrative that we're being controlled or that we're not really happy or I would never do that. It's exactly why your miserable ass is still single, and exactly why no matter who you try to date or what you try to date, you still end up unhappy because you have this long list of what you feel like is supposed to come from a relationship. I can't remember the last time that I did laundry. But I will be out here taking the trash out because I don't give a fuck. I would rather take the trash out than to be downstairs doing laundry. You take the trash out, you're a woman. You shouldn't be taking out the trash. That's a man's job. Your man does the laundry. You should be doing that. You're the woman. It just so happens that what he doesn't like to do, I don't mind doing. What I don't like to do, he doesn't mind doing. Like, y'all are weird. My husband cooks probably most of the time. My husband taught me how to cook because I didn't know how to cook shit. I didn't know how to season. I was raised by the Caucasians. No offense. And when he gets done cooking, I serve him his plate. I serve him, and then once he's done eating, he gets up and leaves, and I take his plate, and I go there, and I clean the kitchen. The reason why we don't be talking about how good our relationship is or how healthy it is because y'all's little toxic asses be coming in there trying to say something crazy, yet y'all are the single ones. Make that make sense.
Trust me, girl. They can't even make sense out of the things they say. They truly can't. Everything is, oh, really? How does a marriage work that way? In all honesty, sister, is saying the truth right here. A lot of people living in a very healthy and happy marriage do not come out to speak on their marriages. They do not come out to bother to tell you, oh, you have to do this for you to be successful in marriage. Well, except for people like us that, yes, we are married, and second of all, it is our profession. As a matter of fact, what is even very common is the fact that the ones that are happy and of course still married, when they talk about their marriages, a lot of single people get triggered. A lot of single people get really angry. They get frustrated. They feel like what you are saying is too good to be true. I get to see lots of single people attack people that talk good and positive things about their marriages on the streets of social media. I get to see it every day. And I'm here thinking to myself, when will all of this really stop? When will you also get married and then come out to speak on it and tell people that this is how it should be done? And this is not me dissing any single person, but the problem is those of you that are still single will see all the problems and everything wrong with a person that is married. You see all the problems in their marriages. You know how to fix the problems in their marriages, yet you are single. Make it make sense. And we are not speaking about toxic marriages. No, we're not speaking about toxic people. No, we're not speaking about dysfunctionality in humans. No, we are speaking about things that happen in healthy marriages. Yet a lot of people still wag their tongues and have things to say. You see, this right here is exactly why people that are married do not want to speak on the street of social media to single people. Because one thing I've seen these days is like more of single people have all the right things and all the advice to give to married people. And this is not me saying that if you're not married, you can't speak or give advice to marriage. No, but this is me saying, I think you need to listen more to married people, especially those ones that are doing marriage successfully, that you have seen, you have heard, that comes across as that. Pick the lessons from them. They can't be perfect. No marriage is perfect. But I tell you for free that a lot of marriages are working. And if you want to grow, you would do more of listening, writing, than talking as a single person that wants to be married. But hey, what do I know? But I am Coach Sazi, and I come here to tell it with love and with light, because this is no gray areas with Sazi, where we come to tell it as it's supposed to be. Guys, what do you think about this video? Have you seen people like this? Do you even relate to this video? We would love to hear your perspective. Do well to share this video so we can get more public opinions. Take care of yourself and stay safe.
Happy relationships stay quiet online, while the bitter ones keep ranting non-stop on TikTok.
Like I say, single women keep women single. Why is this? Because they care more about their female friends' feelings than they care about their men. And gentlemen, this is when you need to start drawing the line. If a woman can't apologize, leave her. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Tell her the first time. But tell her, look, when you mess up, and you will, I need an apology. And the apology needs to fit the offense. Because soon as you mess up, soon as you do something, you start swinging into doing it more, because that's the way we've been cultured. The men got to fix women, but women ain't got to do shit except be there for men. You're supposed to be there for management of emotion, stroking of ego. They don't even understand the impact, guys. Women don't even understand the impact of when they do something wrong and they act like they didn't do it. And then when they finally get around to apologizing, they are indirect about it and then say, I apologize. And you're left like, that's empty.
They can't apologize without gaslighting you. Been there.
And remember, ladies, all a man ever has to offer you is these things.
I'm going to go ahead and spare you all the time and energy because this is a 4-minute long video where she goes on to list every bad thing that a man could ever possibly do or say to you or give you, right? However, for those of us that don't live in feminist Lululand and we're here in reality, I would like to point out a couple of things. One, this woman probably does not have a man, right? The women that make this type of content never have men. And you would think that she would be off somewhere, not thinking about men, not making lists about men, not making her content about men. And yet, here we are. It's giving male-centered, is it not? I'm just saying. But number 2, these women never seem happy. And they're trying to convince you to not be around men because men will make you miserable and they'll give you trauma and diseases and heartache. And yet she doesn't have a man and she's still miserable. See, it doesn't help. They're trying to invite you into their misery. The phrase single women keep women single is so true. This woman is trying to keep you single and in her misery because she wants company. Don't you dare let her. I understand that there are pros and cons in being in a relationship. We all do. However, sitting at home by yourself complaining about a relationship you don't have, that's a specific type of misery I would never like to be a part of. Thank you.
We've all come across single women who speak negatively about men, when in reality, they're just unhappy and projecting it onto others.
Women keep women single. Single women cannot stand when any of their friends get into a relationship because they need their friends to support their bad behavior. This is even worse when a woman is married. A married woman's single friend will do everything and anything in their power to get the friend to leave her marriage. Anything the married woman shared with her single friends, the single friends will find a way to get her to view it in a negative way. Anything the man does will be criticized and scrutinized. It is the goal of a single woman to get her friend in a relationship or a marriage or to leave so that the women can be single again. That is why I always say all the time that women sabotage each other's relationship.
I really didn't know cooking for your man was a problem. So this was my morning. Jonah wasn't home. I just cooked me and my man a little bit of breakfast. I personally wanted eggs, waffles, and some turkey bacon, so I got right to it. This girl commented, she was like, ooh, something about doing this, all of this for a man, and he just gotta sit down, don't sit right with me. And I'm like, girl, doing all of what? Cooking breakfast? Something I would do whether he was here or not because I'm pregnant and I be hungry.
Women keep women single. They do their best to make sure other women are single, get single, stay single. So this woman says she's pregnant. She doesn't work. Her man pays all the bills. And she said that there were just women in her comment section for her cooking for her man, saying that it was just a problem with her doing that. All that work she had to put in. I literally, me and my family right now, we're in Orlando. Family trip, family vacation. I woke up this morning. I made pancakes, eggs, and sausages. It took me 10 to 15 minutes. And then after I did that, I left because the Airbnb we got don't got too many cups. So I left and went to Walmart and got cups and bought my wife some coffee and all the stuff she needed to buy coffee and all this stuff. Like breakfast literally took me 15 to 20 minutes. Some of these women just feel like that you should treat your man like trash. Talking about all that work. breakfast literally take 10 to 15 minutes tops to make, while her man is going out every day, bringing home the money to pay all their bills for her to live a soft life. Like, y'all really try to keep these women single. It's okay that you're unhappy and you're miserable, but don't put that off on other women, because clearly she's happy with her man, her life, and what they got going on. They're like, oh my God, oh, you're cooking and you don't have a ring. Like, they will find any excuse, because she said she don't mind cooking. It wasn't that big of a deal. They're like, oh my God, well, you don't have a ring. It's gonna always be something with these women, because they're never satisfied, because they're always miserable, and misery love company. They're going to do their best to make sure other women are miserable with them, that other women are single with them. Not just women, everybody. They try to make us men miserable too. But a lot of us be like, it's whatever. We just going to let you be miserable.
Nothing wrong with catering to her man as long as he is treating her right. What is up with these women?
If it's one thing women know how to do really good, is keeping other women single.
Yeah, for
Women
sure.
give other women the most horrible advice ever.
Yeah, I agree.
So that they can be single just like you. They really have a clandestine jealousy for women who are in a relationship. No one's looking for you. You're no man's first choice. You're absolutely no man's first choice, saying how you don't need no man and how we don't need y'all. What do you mean we, lady? You're only one person. What do you mean we don't need y'all? You are no man's first choice. Stop trying to recruit these young girls and have them recycle your way of thinking to pull them on your side, because these young girls and women that are aligning themselves with the interests of men, they have a chance to go on and have a happy and healthy, fruitful relationship. You don't. But now you're trying to recruit more and more women to come over there and be lonely with your ass.
The young girls already have that attitude because they are already materialistic.
There was this video I saw that I actually wanted to stitch, but it was not possible to stitch the video on the app. Anyway, whatever. It was this woman saying that, like, her friends, whenever she gets into an argument with her man, her friends will tell her, like, so what, girl? Like, curse him out. Like, who cares? Whatever. And she's like, I can't do that. Like, my man will literally hang up the phone on me. Like, he's not going to allow me to disrespect him. He's not going for that. Like, I can't do that. And I just want to say, like, I am not that friend. I am not the friend that's going to encourage you to curse your man out. I'm not going to be the one that's like, girl, F him. Like, let's keep it pushing. We don't need men. Like, come on, we can do our own thing. Like, I am not that. I'm not that. I'm not a feminist. I'm not a woman who is supporting the divide of women and men. Like, I'm not into that. Okay, I want people to be in love. I want people to have good relationships. And I'm going to give you the best possible advice as my friend that I could give you. If you don't want to hear that, that's up to you. But I'm never going to be a city girl. Like, I'm just never going to be that. I'm never going to be that type of person who is going to tell you something that can negatively impact your relationship just because I'm just telling you what you want to hear. Like, and that's a problem. A lot of women are around women that tell them what they want to hear, not what they need to hear.
We've all come across single women who speak negatively about men, when in reality, they're just unhappy and projecting it onto others.
Subscribe to Alpha Intent and let us know if you enjoy our content, or share your story so we can keep our alpha males aware and informed.